Okay, so now we can switch to TCG. And you guys wanted to share your screen yourself, right?
Yeah. Hey, good morning, good afternoon.
Good morning,
My name is
by the way. Let's
I
start there. Good morning.
exactly. I just want to say thanks to the startup community for inviting us over here to share some excellent news of what we've been working on the past 2.5 years or so. I guess that makes us kind of a grandpa when it comes to the life in crypto. We've been around for quite a
Yay.
while,
Are you still
and
breathing?
absolutely stronger than ever, actually. So we've been building really behind the scenes during this bear market, and frankly, the team has never let up. So again, it's exciting to kind of share some news of what we've got here at TCG World, and the kind of the overview I'd like to share, if you don't mind. I got some slides I can share. I should have coordinated a little bit better with you. Do you go by
No, we
Miss
do the free. Yeah, that's me. No, it's all good. We just cool here. So let's see. Stop sharing. Go ahead. It's all yours. Stage is yours.
Let me try here. Share screen. Okay. All right. Great. Can you guys see that? It should be a slide deck page. Enter the Metaverse with TCG World, right?
Yeah, we can see that, and it looks good. So let's go.
Okay, excellent. Thanks. Appreciate that. So once again, my name is PJ Krypto. I'm the head of visual communications here at TCG World. And mostly my role is to be responsible for kind of delivery of our AMA content, as it relates to updates to our community and outside, managing the YouTube channel that we have. So definitely take a look at that. You could see in my bio, if you want to take a look, folks, to learn a bit more about TCG World, as well as links. There's a link in there to our Telegram, which is TCG Gaming is the name of it. You can click that link in my bio to go to that. And from there, we welcome you into the community to learn more about TCG World. But I'm going to start into some materials here today about TCG World. But first, let me talk about our mission here and what we're all about. Here at TCG World, right? Our mission is we want to become the premier metaverse. We want to encompass every sector of what you see in the real world, okay? And just get it into a digital economy sense. There's a few things that we're really focused on here at TCG World. It's entertainment, education. We, of course, the core is gaming. Along with that, there will be collectibles. So that's really our root and mission here at at TCG World. And we have currently out there right now is a public version of our metaverse. It's a smaller version of our world, and it's what we call a WebGL. And I'm going to showcase that in a second here. But let me talk about some things about what TCG World is all about, right? Because, we did highlight a little bit of the pillars that we have. But when it comes to, the entertainment, education, shopping as well, like, for example, everything you do in the real world when it comes to shopping and online experience is we want to immerse you into a digital sense of that, where it's not just looking at an Amazon webpage, right? It's more immersive than that. You're actually in a digital world with your digital self, doing that shopping experience in let's say a mall of sorts, right? Taking esports to another level, right? It's kind of not so much just watching a replay of that on screen of somebody's Twitch or YouTube channel. It's more so a more immersive engagement experience for users to learn about these fantastic esports players that are out there. We've got arenas and so forth that will host those events and those tournaments that take place. Of course, also at the core is education and learning. So we want to, really break down those barriers for people around the world. This is one part of our pillars that it's near and dear to my heart, because I feel like, so many people around the world are limited in what they can get from an education standpoint. And our owner, David Evans, has taken amongst himself to make sure that those folks that want to get an education or desiring to get an education, we will here at TCG World have options for those individuals with an internet connection. They can immerse themselves into a learning experience with workshops, lectures, and other type of live classes that we'll have. So more to come on that in the future. So we're not just a game. We have a lot of what you expect from your real world life is to experience that in an immersive way here at TCG World. Now, let me go into kind of some things that, you hear the word meta, you hear the word metaverse. It's very much a common phrase that is thrown around very loosely with a lot of projects out there, especially in Web3, I would say. But really what sets us apart from anybody else that's out there, I want to just highlight on some items here, being with Zero Depth, we have collaboration with Unity Technologies. I think we've all heard of Unity before. Big player in this gaming space. We have a collaboration with them. We're truly an open world. Okay. We're in the sense that when you think about playing a game, right? World of Warcraft, all these other games that are out there, these Web 2 games, you don't actually, you get this really cool sword at the end of the day that you've worked your tail off for months on end to get. And then what happens after that? Nothing, right? So here, this being an open world, as you game, you collect, you kind of work your way through the gaming experience, and then you can trade and sell and level up things through the marketplace and work with other gamers as they're collecting different artifacts and items around our world. So, that's really a big differentiator for us. And then also, of course, this we want to make sure that there's also ways for people to experience this world if they're not a gamer, right? And I've talked about some of those already about, we have comedic shows that are going to happen in our WebGL browser. Again, you don't need to have a game that you download to your computer and crazy graphics. You just go to the website and you can experience those entertainment features on our WebGL, our browser-based build. So we have both, we're going to have both of those, right? We're going to have a full game, ridiculous off the chart graphics that you're going to see in that. But you also have the folks that don't have the crazy gaming, but they want to experience the world. They can go online for that and they can go into that. So
I do have a
kind of summary.
Sorry for interrupting you. I do have two questions. I mean, I saw the Unity part, and I think that's really awesome. I know you did an AMA with them as well. But how does that collaboration look like for the community in here? So what does it bring you, except for
no, that's
being
a great
bullish
question.
regarding that?
When you think about Unity, it's having access to the cutting edge technology and deploying that into world. It's also getting our shoulders rubbed against those in the organization there about good advisory about how we should be maybe directing our builds and so forth with our world. And so think of it like where we got close direct line of communication with various leaders within Unity, and that's something that our competition just doesn't have, right? And so I think that's really what sets us apart when it comes to that collaboration. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. Of course. I mean, that's what it brings. And like you said, rubbing shoulders. And that's always good, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, especially especially with a player like that, because indeed everybody knows it. Lots of games are developed. Exactly, lots of games are developed with it. I did have some other questions, but go on. I mean, I think that's more interesting than my other question. So go on.
Absolutely. No, and I welcome them all as we get through the content here. And again, I got a couple more slides. It's kind of our different game modes that we have, and then also just about how people can get involved at this point when it comes to our digital assets that exist today out there. So kind of talking about the game modes, we have what we've publicly said right now so far in our AMAs. Actually, check out the latest AMA that's in our WebGL build playing now. Is we have two play modes that we've announced right now, but there are going to be multiple ones available down the line. So one of which is the Legends of Meta. As you can see, these cute little baby dragons. Every player who signs up for a free account starts off with a baby dragon, and you can select which of the four you want to go with. And these are pinned down to our four different regions that you see on our map when you go to our website. So again, multiple gaming experiences. There's the gaming mode, evolution battling, with your sprites, as we call, think of where you're going around the world and there's different creatures around the world that you can capture and then level those up as you go around the world and also battle those as well. We've got different experiences as well, right? In the Legends of Meta game mode, where you've got fishing, farming, racing, all those different types of ways to greater yourself in around the world. Again, dragons are a big thing. You're going to see this as a constant theme for us at TCG World. And David Evans is a big fan of these dragons, right, that we're building right now. So this is the baby level 0 kind of dragon that everybody gets to start off as a freebie, I guess you could say. And then you kind of can work it well throughout the world and level it up as you get to different game modes throughout the world. So, and also we have a online, you can go to OpenSea to see our collection for the Dragon Cave Club NFTs. And those are how you can end up getting yourself the different levels in the world too. So that is out there as well. Kind of moving on, as far as the Legends of Meta economy and how players can work around, you can live in it as far as like you got your own plot of land, you can, customize it as you have your own virtual home or business for that matter. There'll be licenses as well. Play, I've mentioned that a few times about the different in-game NFTs that you'll be capturing and leveling those up, playing different challenges and quests around the world, and earning, right? So there is ways to earn. We have TCG2 is our token that's out there right now. It's been around a couple of years now, actually longer than that. But that coin is out there right now. Again, we're rolling out utility as we said so far. There's going to be utility coming to that coin because basically TCG2, the token, is the economy's currency. Right. So as you have all these millions of microtransactions that are occurring around the world as people are gaming and playing, that's the coin that's being used as the currency. So you can imagine how that drives tremendous utility to the coin when the game comes out eventually here this year. And so that's when I kind of use time wisely here, kind of moving along. We have, as I mentioned, the land that you can buy and own and build on that land. There's 4 distinct regions we have. This is residential. We have commercial as well. But this is the residential property that can get you started. We have a marketplace on our website at tcg.world/marketplace. Again, it's one of the tabs at the top on our website. You can go there, scroll around different types of lands depending on your desire. But each type of region has different features that are, as far as like what you can get out of that plot of land that's different in certain regions. So more to come on that. We haven't really said a whole lot about it, but it's certainly, different ways that you can kind of use land. We have farming as well. Farming is a big thing in our world. When I talk about farming, think of it in the sense of just like in real world, right? You think about farmers are what allows us to survive, right? Without farmers, we would all be in big trouble, right? Because we don't have crops coming to us and that byproduct that happens. So farming is equally going to be important. It's a game mode as well. We're going to have a gaming mode that you can do as far as on your plots of land. But that farming is going to be creating resources for all the gamers, right? So, whether it's different pieces of the world that you'll need to mine and use, those will have to come from the farming community. So certainly ways to earn through that, as you can imagine, kind of putting your thought process around the farming ecosystem that's going to take place. But really, that's kind of the engine that's going to be driving the community from a resource standpoint. And the big thing about this being an open world in the land is it is an open world, right? Meaning that, you can build what you want, on your land. And it's yours to do as you please, right? Now, like I said, there's going to be a licensing process for businesses. So if you want to start a business on your plot of land, we just got to make sure it still contains a family-friendly environment, which is what David Evans is all about as our CEO. We want to make it so all ages can enjoy TCG World, and it's not, an 18 and up kind of thing, right? So we have a business licensing process that vets that and makes sure that it's, within that confine. But like I said, we have some commercial property as well. Reach out to us in the main Telegram chat if you're interested in that. I won't get into too much there. But as far as landowners, this thing is actually a little outdated. We're actually higher than that. But you can see, I'm not going to talk about these other quote unquote metaverses, but, we're tremendously in the driver's seat, when it comes to the amount of holders we have of virtual land. It's tremendous. And we don't even have the world really fully live yet. So yeah, that's really exciting times for us. But yeah, that's kind of in summary what I wanted to show on the slides itself. But I did want to show you guys, because you might go to our website and kind of maybe you're it's like, it's okay. Okay. I'm going to say, like, we got room to make this better. And so I do have a treat for you all about what our new website is going to look like. And I'm really excited to show this for you. But before we get into the new website, I just want to pause there in case Miss Noe on the materials I just showed, if you got any questions.
No, yeah, I do actually. I was looking at the marketplace, and everything is priced in BNB, and then we go to the boss part, and those are in TCG too. Why? Oh, they're rare, and that's why they're in TCG, right?
Yes. So we have certain assets right now that are tradable with the TCG2 token. That's the cars and the castles. You can trade. And then also there's some avatars that are out there too. Those asset groups you can use TCG. You have to use TCG2 actually to buy and sell those. But the plots of land are in BNB. Right. And
Yeah.
that's the currency we used for the pre-sale when people bought those initially. Pre-sale's on hold right now, and that will open up in the future back again. But right now, the pre-sale's on hold, and we're letting the secondary marketplace just kind of drive itself forward here while we're getting the game ready for full launch. But yeah, the BNB currency is there for that. You can buy cars, mint. You can mint cars right now. Those are mintable right now on our website. If you look at those on the collections on the main website, if you go to tcg.world, and that's minting by using BUSD. So those are mystery boxes. If you click the mystery box link at the top of our website, you can see that as well. But that's the only thing we're really minting right now. We've got the pre-sale on land on hold at the moment.
Oh, damn it.
But secondary marketplace is open there. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, the mystery box looks nice. Okay, it's the fact the fact that the plots of land are closed right now. Also, the reason why it's not really clear, like what does it bring to me? What is the advantage of having a plot of land? Because when I click on it, like Gold Asia, for example, oh, it does show the perk. I just clicked on one that didn't show me a perk. Okay, no, never mind. I won't say anything anymore then.
No, it's okay.
But
It's a good question. Yeah, so the land, again, we're working on the revamped white paper right now, and that's going to be coming soon. So right now, nothing to showcase on that just yet. But no, it's because we've made a great pivot here when we collaborated with Unity to redo kind of the quality that we want to go with. We want to make sure that it's a fully high-end experience when it comes to the graphics. So we had an alpha back in the day where people were able to, build on their land and all that, but it was like a lower poly count kind of experience. The graphics weren't as great as we wanted to see. So that alpha, actually we pulled the plug on that and re-engaged our developers to get to the vision that David Evans really wanted to see. And so we've been pushing hard on that newer version, and we're looking at this year to launch that at least for alpha testing. But with the plots of land, I kind of pulled up that slide again. You can see here, there's different sizes, right? There's silver, gold, platinum, and diamond, based on how big of an area those plots of land are. And you can see around the world map of kind of where those plots of lands can be located. And obviously you want to be, everybody's got their own strategy, but location, just like anything in real estate in the real world, right? It still applies here in the digital sense, right? So, you want to look at the, areas of focus around the world where you can teleport to and from, but also noticing where your plots of lands are, though you'll be able to teleport around those plots of land around the world. Our world is 900 square kilometers. Okay. So it's absolutely massive. Right. And so modes of transportation, like I said, we got the mystery boxes for the vehicles. Those are going to be important to get around. Obviously you can walk, but look, that's a lot of land to be walking around. So it's going to take you a bit.
Public transport as well?
There will be public transport. We've got planes, trains, and all that, as well as the automobiles, as I mentioned. So, and of course, my favorite mode of transportation is flying on a dragon. Okay. That's my favorite.
Oh my God.
And so those will happen in the world as well, and there won't be that many of those. So, but you'll be able to look up in the sky every once in a while and see one of those flying dragons, and the owner mounted on top of that and making their way around the world. It's absolutely going to be amazing.
Bro, if I would have
Um,
that one, that would be the only reason to play that game, to be flying around on a dragon.
yeah, you can see on the image here. I'm going to show this video here, but you can see here in the background some of those different dragons and the different levels that they are there. But I'm going to go ahead and play this video so you can kind of see I don't know how this is coming through on the Telegram quality. It might degrade it a little bit, but again, I wanted to kind of showcase a little bit about, what we're building as far as a new website.
PJ,
We find that it's very important.
Before you hit the play
What's
button,
that?
sorry, it's John Dixon from the team. Miss Snow, are you thinking that you can't buy plots at the moment? I just want to clarify that.
No. No, I was
No.
just looking at the perks because I clicked a few plots and it didn't show me
Yeah.
like what is the perk of it. It still doesn't mean
Right,
anything
okay.
to me that I see like a bug, but
No,
I'll
it's
figure that
okay.
one out.
As long as
But
we all know that the marketplace is open and plots are available to buy, it's other plot owners selling plots to other plot
yeah,
owners. So
of
that's
course.
fully live. Sorry about that, PJ. Carry on.
No. Thanks.
Welcome, by
Good
the
to
way, John.
clarify that. Yes,
Thank you.
tcg.world/marketplace is where you go. Yeah, that's our secondary marketplace. So yeah, and don't go on any other sites or anything, guys. It's all within our ecosystem on the TCG site. So I'm just kind of showcasing our new website. Again, first impressions are extremely important when it comes to our reach with investors and also gamers too. Like you could see here, when you look at this video, a lot of what's coming as far as our new website is integrating our user interface that you're going to see in the game to be very similar to what is on the website as well. Okay. So again, we're doing everything very tactfully and in a smart way to ensure that the users don't feel like it's all choppy and fragmented. We want them to come in and feel like it's the same experience as they're going around. So the website being mission critical, first thing they see, is this something I want to play and game in? And then from there, they go maybe download the game and play, or they can even just go to our WebGL browser build, right? But this is the UI that we're putting in place currently as we speak. We're working on that right now, getting that incorporated into the full game base, full game, right? And that is happening and as we speak, and it's going to be a full immersive experience when it comes to the graphics that are similar to what you see for your first impression, and then what you see actually in the game itself. So I do have some other images I want to also share here too.
I want to jump on that real quick because it's actually that's why I went wow when you showed it. I mean, I'm looking at the current website, and I'm not saying like it's bad and horrible or whatever, but it
No,
doesn't
it's
give
horrible.
yeah,
It's
okay. I
horrible.
was it doesn't give that wow. It doesn't give that wow feeling like, oh, I want to play this. I mean, the plots of land look good and that dragged me in, but it's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna scroll through that website and then and enjoy the hell out of it, for example.
Yep.
So
No,
good one on that one.
Fair, no, yeah, we get that comment quite a bit, and that's why we made the website a primary focus of ours, and the developers are making that a high priority for us. So we're close on launching that. But as we kind of said about the UI, the theme that you see on the website, the new website that's coming, here's some images you're going to see here. I think you can see this, right? You're seeing the crafting, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you can see the user interface feels similar to what you saw on the website, right? And, I'm just going to kind of quickly go through here. You'll see the user, the way they can scroll through different pieces of items around the world. Again, you can see this is kind of like, this is a marketplace, right? So this is just, initial designs, right, that we're now employing now in the world. But what I want to point out is just how clean it looks, how compartmentalized it is from the different pieces within the tackle shop in this example. If you're fishing, you're looking to get some additional bait and so forth. John, I know you're in the room here. You're a big fisherman. I know this is something near dear to your heart. So maybe you want to mention anything specifically about the fishing as I'm showing some of that UI. That'd be great.
I've got to be careful because I think our CEO has joined the chat room as well, so I don't want to give away too many secrets. But yeah, as
it's recorded. Earlier, we're going to send it anyway. So no, just kidding.
As far as the things go, we've got crafting, farming, exploring, fishing, anything. As PJ said earlier, anything you could think of doing in the real world, we'll have some kind of experience that replicates that. A massive open world where you'll be wandering around and there'll be distractions going left left and right, everywhere, up and down, up in the sky, down on the ground. Pickaxe, hit a boulder, get gems out of it. Go swimming, as I say, building on your plot. There's just going to be so much to do that you'll start a day thinking I'll do this, but you won't get around to doing it because you'll get distracted doing something else, and then you'll wander into a shopping mall. You'll start shopping. So yeah, it's insane the amount of things that we're going to have, and that's just on day one release. We're going to keep on adding more and more content, and we've already had community feedback with lots of ideas which we'll be implementing, and as we go on, we'll get more people joining us with more ideas, and we'll just keep on adding to it. So just like the real world, it's endless. That's the short answer.
Thanks, John.
There is no possibility for short answers when it comes down to this project.
No. I mean, driving cars, for instance, we'll have, everything that you can think of. As PJ says, dragons to fly on, boats as well, docks for boats as well, beaches, forests, mountains, skiing, golf. There's an amusement park. We've even got a pirate cove. We've got everything going on. We've even got an ancient area where you can find relics. Yeah, day one, as I say, will be an eye opener, and then we'll just keep on adding more and more things.
For sure. I don't know how much time do we have left. I just want to try to get a time check real quick.
None, but that's all right. I mean, they're used to it by now, so I always go over the time. So
that's the thing, is I'm trying to be conscious of the next speaker that we've got, and I've got so much still to show. So if I could, again, I just real quick here before I leave this UI, the user interface of the game. This is just kind of the, we're talking about the mystery boxes and the vehicles. This is the garage you would see in the user interface as far as your vehicles go and what their status is with the different aspects of the engine and your wheels and so forth, maintenance mode and so forth. Fuel is, you'll see fuel here, but it's a TBD whether that's something that we're actually going to do or not. But for sure, it's you'll see one thing that's really cool here is the renting capability. So being able to rent your vehicle out to other gamers who may not have that vehicle. Maybe they want the faster Furon legendary vehicle, and that's just out of their price range. Well, you can rent it for the day, right? Just like just like a rental car center, you can just rent it from other users in our marketplace. So that's just another way of earning as well. If you own a car, you own one of those Furons, for example, this one here, you could rent that out to other users to use in case you don't want to need it for the day or whatever. So again, this is
something else, PJ. On day one, we'll have over 100 creatures that you'll be able to catch. Sprites.
Yes.
So I forgot about that.
Yes.
I just thought I'd say that as well.
Yeah, so it's you can see here there's I don't have the images of that user interface specifically, but the sprites will be an area within here. You can see at the top of the menu, and you're looking at your inventory of different sprites, whether you need to level them up or modify them in any aspect. So those all will be part of the whole user experience that you see in the full game mode. And I just want to, since we're talking about the full game mode, I've got some really cool images here that I want to show that, again, have only been shared in our verified plot owner chat so far. And I got David to okay me to share these today. But what are verified, real quick before I say anything further, the verified plot owner chat, it's not the main Telegram chat you see there. It is a place for people who own plots of land. So if you're a landowner, if you end up buying land, you can now go into a verified chat, which is basically, that's where all the big, leaks happen. They're all happening in that chat. So, and again, it's our way to reward those folks that have believed in us early on and own land. And again, if you don't own it, you can go to the marketplace for that to pick that up on our website. But this is some images that just were leaked yesterday by David, and he okayed me to show these to you guys today. So I'm going to put this up on screen. But this is our full world, and this is David's avatar here that you can see. But you can just look at, how far off in the distance you can see in our world.
It's worth saying it's 4K, our world, 4K resolution.
The graphics that you're going to see are going to floor you. Okay. This is like compared to the old alpha that we had over a year and a half ago, this is 10,000% better, like no joke. So I'm showing you different biomes right now of his avatar. It's a smaller kind of piece of test instance that we use for our different biomes, and you can see just how crystal clear. And again, I don't know how Telegram is doing as far as the
Oh,
imagery.
pretty good. Pretty well,
Good to
yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
And so you even got a selfie mode here, which is cool. You can do that in there. Take your selfies there. Again, you just look at the blades of grass, the flowers, the everything you can see in the backdrop. You see the city in the backdrop there, the main city there. It's absolutely breathtaking. And I tell you what, people are going to get blown away when we start getting the word around. Right now, it's really word of mouth. We're not spending money on marketing. We're waiting for the product to show what we're able to do here and let it speak for itself, to be frank. So you can see here that just the colors that come in through here, it's so vibrant, so beautiful. Again, another image with the main city in the backdrop there. There's a lot to take in with these images as you're seeing this. The water itself is another piece that's just truly breathtaking on how well the water shimmers and how it, the waves and everything. And it's just really nice. Here's our kind of our east desert biome here. You can see with the mountains in the back there. And here again, you can see all those little different, I don't know how you guys call it, how people call it around the world, maybe different, but it's like a dock or a jetty or somewhere where you would park your boat. You can see all those in this marina look here, which is really nice to kind of have a spot to park your boat and then go wander around after you're out on the sea for a bit. So exactly that. There's many different ways to kind of make your way around our world. So wanted to share that as well. And let me see. I think that was the last piece that I wanted to share. So I want to turn it back to see if you have any questions about TCG World at this point.
I got plenty, but I do wanna give USDT3 their chance as well. So all I can say actually it's to everybody in here is check out your website. Don't be like, okay, it's boring. I'm not gonna check it out properly. You have lots of videos on there, lots of AMAs with the team, with more people over the team, with Unity as well, like I said before. So that's something I actually want to advise the people in here. The beta, for one reason, is not giving me my thingy. It's not continuing when I try to sign up, but we'll talk about that later. But check it out. That's all I can say. To me, it looks really, really solid, really beautiful. So, yeah, like I said, plenty of questions, but not enough time.
Yeah, just real quick, just a PSA for us, right? You can sign up for a free account at tcg.world. Actually, if you go to my Twitter, I've got it pinned in my Twitter account or X account, where it's it's a how to get started with your account. It's free to set up an account, and with that, you can actually get into our WebGL build. So again, I'm going to showcase that real quick. But if you go to my Twitter account, it's PJ Krypto with a K. Go in there and you'll see at the pinned at the top of there is our tutorial on how to get started. But you can see here, I'm kind of loading up our WebGL, which is, again, you just need internet connection and a user account. You can set up your avatar with, we have a connection into with Ready Player Me. You also have a way to create parties with different friends and kind of get your friends in the room with you, and you can go off and do different experiences that way. But here I'm just starting it up as myself. And this is what we're planning to do for all entertainment and education, is to have that coming through here. And this is a hub that you just easily, everybody can create a free account. You don't need to have a big game download or a crazy graphics card or anything. But yeah,
well,
I
do,
also
but
showcase that.
Yeah, I actually do have a crazy graphics card, but it's not letting me sign up. But like I said, we'll talk about that before. But like I mentioned as well, I think everybody should do it, because I've seen some videos on your website, and it looks beautiful. And that's just the better version, really. So I do want to end with that, though. I mean, so like I said so many times already, so many questions, not enough time. But well, keep going. That sounds so cheap. But yeah, let's just say I wish I knew you guys earlier. So yeah,
Well,
impressive.
you're still early. We're still very early, I would say. Our full game has not launched just yet. Again, we're excited about this year. I just want to first also thank you guys all for having us here today and be able to talk about TCG World and our metaverse. And it's just, again, everybody's still early right now. So, the future is quite bright the next couple of years, especially here for TCG World. And if you're as excited as I am about it, you're going to want to take a look at our website, take a look at our community, get in the Telegram, which is the most active piece. We also have a Discord, but most actively is the Telegram. I encourage you to jump in there, ask any questions. We have a very engaging moderator community. And no question is a dumb question, and we're here. So maybe you didn't think about it today, but maybe you go and check around some things on our website, and you get into our community, start thinking of questions. We're here to help you and get you started and help you understand what it's all about. And Miss Snowy, send me a DM or we'll talk about your access. I don't know why you didn't get a profile, but there is an email that gets sent to you. You got to verify your email is legit and everything. It's just to protect everyone.
That
and then
might be it. No, just kidding.
So, yeah.
No, well,
yeah,
it's fine. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for introducing the project to us and the awesome things that you guys are building. And I wish you good luck.
Excellent. I will stop sharing here.